Hello and welcome to Your Quantum Life. I'm Bonnie Peace and I'm a soul alignment and manifestation coach, a spiritual mentor and an intuitive. And today I'm coming to you with the energy update for October 2025. So the way these energy updates work is before I come to record this for you, I sit down, I go into meditation and I tune in, I drop in, and I see what messages and images and themes want to come through for the month ahead. So I went into meditation and a whole bunch came through for October. So I've got a bunch of notes here that I'm going to share with you. And then I'm going to pull some tarot cards for October. So let's jump right into it. So the first message or theme that came through is around the importance of having a higher perspective. And so I'm seeing an image of someone on a ledge, like sitting on a rock face, and looking out across this beautiful, great expanse, like across this landscape. And they've got an amazing view. It's like they're zoomed out. And so the message here is, in October, it is really important to zoom out, to take a step back and look at things from a higher perspective. It's like we can't see things with wisdom. We can't access our higher wisdom when we're bogged down in the details. If you're in the weeds, in your business, in your life, in your relationships in October, there's an invitation to really take that step back, look at things from a higher perspective, and access your higher wisdom so you can see things clearly. That feels really, really important for October. Yeah, it feels like there's going to be a lot of weeds, a lot of minutia, a lot of details that potentially could hook us in, and we're really going to benefit from continuously, consistently taking that step back. And then the next message that came through is around the importance of finding steadiness in inner connection. So finding steadiness within. And I do feel that in the collective, there's going to be a lot of wobbly kind of energy, which of course we've felt since, July, August, September. There have been even earthquakes happening all over the world. So I am feeling that could potentially be, an earth thing where there's more shifts and changes in the earth's crust, in the earth's core. But definitely it could be metaphorical as well. So these shifts and changes are continuing in the collective. And as that happens and things may feel a little wobbly, a little kind of topsy-turvy, like you're on a boat and things are like, woo, like kind of rocky. It feels really, really important to find and maintain that inner connection. So there's an invitation to really keep consistent with whatever the practices are that help you find that steadiness within. So maybe it's breath work, maybe it's meditation, or quietly walking in nature and taking a few breaths as the wind blows in the trees, like all these ways that we can kind of come back to center to find that steadiness within ourselves. And of course, a really simple way to do this is to put your hand on your heart and your other hand on your lower belly. And actually, if it's safe for you now, if you're not driving, I invite you to do this right now. So yeah, just take a pause, take a moment to drop back into yourself, and then take a nice big inhale through your nose and exhale everything out. And another one in your own time, in through your nose, out your mouth. And one more. And then of course, actually another practice that's coming through now intuitively is shaking. So if you feel cold, to just, pause for a moment in the middle of your day and just shake. Shake your body, like shake the energy out of your arms and out of your feet. That can really reset your energy and act as a great energy clearing tool as well. But yeah, so the invitation really is to drop back into yourself and really do what you need to do this month to maintain steadiness within, because it does feel like the collective is going to have a bit of that wobbliness, a bit of that kind of shifting, changing energy. And then the next message is around this idea that there's always a way. There is always an aligned way, even if we can't see it yet. So this month, if you find that you're in a situation that feels hopeless or impossible, where you just can't see the solution, you just can't quite find the answer, The invitation is to bring yourself back to this truth that there is always a way, there always will be a way. It's just a matter of remembering that truth and opening to that frequency of possibility, opening to an answer or a solution coming in. Because so often when we're kind of bogged down in the details and we're feeling like, like this isn't going to work out, how are we going to do this? That's the mentality, that is the frequency of like, this thing's not going to work out. But if we can make that mental shift, that frequency shift, to bring ourselves back to the truth that there is a way, that is so incredibly empowering. Not only do we then become kind of like a can-do person, we're like, I'm going to find a way, like it taps us into some inner strength, but it does activate the frequency of this truth, and there will be a way, there will be an aligned way, and the answer will drop in. And then the final thing that I wrote down for October is sludgy vibes, sludgy, gunky vibes. And as I'm tuning into the collective, it very much feels like humanity is going through a cleansing crisis. And if you've ever done any kind of a cleanse, like a juice fast or anything like that, you're cleansing, and the toxins are being drawn out of your tissues. And then they kind of float around in your bloodstream, which is why things like hydration is so important, so that you can flush the toxins out of your system. And so I'm very much feeling that in the collective. It's like, there's a cleansing happening and it's for the highest good, but all the toxins are kind of floating around. And that's resulting in this feeling of energetic sludge, energetic gunk. And so we need to flush that out. So you can really approach this intuitively this month. Like maybe it is that you need to drink a lot more water. Maybe it's that you need to move your body a lot more to get that energy moving, to release it from your system. So there's an invitation and a reminder that it's really, really important in October to just do whatever you can to notice that energetic sludge, and then don't let it build up. Do what you can to release it consistently. Okay, so those were the intuitive messages for October, and now I'm going to tune in, give the tarot cards a shuffle, and pull a few cards, calling in messages for the highest good of the collective. Whoops, they're jumping. Okay. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, the High Priestess. Oh, there's a lot of cards jumping out. The Knight of Pentacles. Woo! The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Queen of Cups, and Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay, this is pretty powerful. So it feels like we're going to start the month with a lot of forward moving energy with these two knights. So if you're watching the video version, I'll show you. This is the vintage mythic tarot. So the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So a lot of forward movement, but also in a very grounded, connected way. Like the Knight of Cups, he's really connected to his heart, to his emotions. And the Knight of Pentacles, he's that beautiful, steady, forward moving, practical energy. So it feels like we're moving forward in the beginning of the month. And then it does feel like it's really important for us to check in with our intuition. Like a lot of what's important in October is to go within, as we were talking about with like finding that steadiness within. So the High Priestess is really about the underworld, quote unquote. So it's like intuition, the subconscious, like going within to find the answers. That's super, super important this month. And then with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, it's like, wow, we are coming into our emotional and creative power with these two queens at the end of the month. That is where we're heading. So when I look at all these cards together, I would say that the main theme or the main themes that are really popping out for October are this feeling of steady forward movement, steady forward motion from a place of deep groundedness, deep connection with your soul, and truly stepping into your power this month, stepping into your emotional power, owning your emotional wisdom, and stepping into your creative power, your spiritual power with the Queen of Wands. So I hope this is helpful for you. It feels like, October's going to be powerful, like a big time of cleansing, but also truly standing in our truth and coming into our power. So if this resonates, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And I invite you to hit subscribe so you get notified about any future episodes. Thank you so much for being here. I'm wishing you an amazing October, and may you remember your magnificence and activate your quantum life. Lots of love.